What game did you rage delete? League of Legends. Never played it since. Lion King. Didn't delete it. Burnt the cartridge. Getting over it. My dad rage quit Wii Fit because it called him obese. Rainbow Six Siege. This game is frustrating as hell on console. Dota 2. On more than one occasion. Hearthstone years ago. Ark. I kept getting murked by raptors and they destroyed my house, which I worked very hard on. I'll probably reinstall it soon. I rage deleted Diablo 3 after getting stuck on the same boss for hours on end. Rust. Doesn't help that every player I ran into was a vocal asshat. I'm less of a salty person now though, so might give it another go. Risk. I was looking for a strategy game and quit after I lost about 10 dice rolls in a row and lost all my troops to not even gain a single area. Echo the fucking dolphin. Aggravating pile of shite. 25 years later and I still feel the rage bubbling up at the thought of it. When I was a kid I rage threw away my Tamagotchi. Candy Crush. Top Gun on NES. I couldn't land on the carrier. Kingdom Come. Deliverance on the PS4. There's a lock that needs to be picked at some point and you can't really continue the game otherwise. The mechanics of which was designed to be done via a mouse on the PC version. I could not get the fucking lock picked after at least 50 attempts and following a YT video. Incensed. PUBG. That game taught me that I do not like battle royales. Gran Turismo 3. Why do they insist on making you do those driving lessons, tests? Not exactly. Delete. But when I was a kid I snapped my copy of Stuntman in half. I later bought another copy and 100% edit. Because fuck that game if it thinks it's going to defeat me. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Hardest game I ever played. Bloodborne. Literally can't even get through the big mob that leads to the fat guy at the beginning of the game. I can get to where I fight the fat dude but the mob usually chases me or some shit. Genshin Impact. Have vowed to never ever touch a gacha game again. I rage deleted Halo 4. I just wasn't enjoying it and I was getting really frustrated. Cuphead. Duke Nukem Forever. It wasn't just bad, it was horrific. After about 7 years of playing it, I was so appalled by the 7.0 update to SWTOR I unsubscribed and deleted it. Then I reinstalled it about 4 months later because I missed it so much. Not to mention they kind of fixed a few of the things that make me unsubscribe. I'm still upset with some of the changes but I'm trying to cope. Yeah. I'm fickle that way. Sue me. Bloodborne. It was my first time playing a Souls game. I got it for free on the store at the time. I lasted a couple days on and off but I just couldn't do the first area. Fast forward a couple months and I tried again. Ended up loving it. Completed it 3 times and got the Platinum Trophy. I've also now completed Demon's Souls. DS1 and DS2. I'm now currently playing through DS3. Then I'm a move on to Sekiro and Elden Ring. DayZ. Used to be one of my favorite games. But the developers ruined at the time they switched to the new engine and console version. That was few years ago. They only made it worse since. Now I despise this game. It's a parody of itself. Clash Royale. I can't remember specifics but I was on a huge losing streak and got paired with a level 6 I believe I was 8 or 9. I told myself if I lose to this person I'm deleting this shit. I got steamrolled. Apex Legends. Game just got too sweaty. Driver for the PS1. Couldn't make it out of that shitty training level to actually play the freaking game. Horrible intro and never actually played the game. Elden Ring. I rage deleted Stardew Valley. I just couldn't take it anymore. Returnal, though, came back a week later and finished the game in another 3 days. I just needed to compose myself. I guess AMD come back stronger. Back at 2010 deleted RS after failing my 13th attempt getting a fire cape. Ninja Gaiden. Bloodborne. I rage quit it several times before I finally made it to the first boss. Best game I've played. 7 Days to Die. Rage-inducing death pile scavenger hunt. Dead Space 3. I was about 20 minutes from the end on hardcore difficulty, trying to earn the "Aren't you thankful?" achievement, when I got one-shotted by a rocket launcher enemy that I had forgot about. Pulled the disc out of my Xbox 360 and crushed it in front of my 2 buddies that were watching my run. Haven't played it since haha that was 2013. Flappy Bird. Never got the hang of it. I just Alt plus F4 feet D out of Cyberpunk after finding the Netrunner in the mall run by the animals. The fight to get here was bland bullet sponge after bullet sponge. I could play stealth, but then it just feels like I'm just dragging the whole game out. Scan her. She must have a weak spot, and honestly I have no idea what I'm looking at. Just a bunch of quick hacks which aren't going to help me much. Fuck it. I can't be bothered. Maybe there's a good game here amongst the subsystems and skill trees. Maybe I'm getting too old for this shit.